Hey everyone, it's Alexander, the real Mr. Robinson. Welcome to the channel, and this is my review for Firestarter, which is the latest film from Blumhouse Productions. It's based off the Stephen King novel of the same name and is a remake of the 1984 film starring Drew Barrymore. This movie follows a little girl named Charlie who has what is known as pyrokinesis. Basically, she can set things on fire. She is born to two parents who also have special powers. Her dad is played by Zac Efron, a sentence that feels very, very weird to say. Her dad is telepathic and her mother is telekinetic. They try to stay in hiding from the government, so no Wi-Fi, no cell phones. But unfortunately, there's an incident at Charlie's school that gets her exposed. And there's an incident involving the death of her mother, so her and her dad are on the run trying to escape the government, and that's the movie. It feels like this movie just kind of crept out of nowhere, and I hope I'm not alone in that, because the only time I've ever seen a poster was when walking through City Walk, and I've only seen movie trailers through YouTube ads. I never actually saw a full trailer, so I went into this with no real expectations. I never read the book, and I never saw the original movie, which apparently I heard isn't very good either. And this movie, just to cut right to the chase, is not good. It really is terrible, and it puts an end to the streak of really good to great movies that we've been getting this year. And honestly, I don't have much to say about this. It's just so bland. It's poorly filmed, the cinematography is uninteresting, the acting's kind of lame, and the lighting in this movie is just terrible. It's not as bad as something like Aliens vs. Predator Requiem, but the whole first act is so poorly lit that it looks like they live in a town where nobody believes on turning overhead lights on. Like, maybe there's a lamp in the corner that's on, but there's an entire school where none of the overhead lights are on. The house that this family lives in, no overhead lights are turned on. It's just really distracting. I know that's something monumentally small to complain about, but when you're talking about a movie that's as bland and uninteresting as this, sometimes you just have no choice but to focus on those little details. The relationship between Charlie and her father, because they're the two main people that you follow, is not that interesting, and there's some really boring family drama that happens throughout. It's just not fun to watch. Is there anything good to say about the movie? If I had any positives, it's that I thought the last 10 minutes, and that's being generous, were actually better. The movie just got more interesting in terms of its filmmaking. There's some really cool cinematography in that last 10 minutes. And John Carpenter's score is fantastic. Once again, John Carpenter, along with his son Cody and Daniel Davies, who have been doing the scores for the new Halloween movies, is amazing. It's a great score, especially in that last 10 minutes. And that's honestly what kept me from walking out of this movie, because about halfway through, once the first act was done, I thought to myself, I have no reason to stay here. Like, I could easily walk out of this movie and I wouldn't have missed anything. But not only did the score keep me from staying, but I also have a special rule where I can't walk out of movies because it's not fair, and if I'm gonna rightfully judge a movie or make a review of it, I have to stay to the end. And I stayed to the end, and at least the last 10 minutes were fun, I guess, but the whole movie just isn't fun at all. It's not interesting, it's boring, it's not awful, there's nothing about it that's offensive, but it has no reason to exist. Don't waste your money on it. Even if you have Peacock, I don't think this is really worth your time, because at least with something like Halloween Kills, as much as I didn't like that, it at least had some interesting things going on. There were some terrible, unintentionally funny moments in that movie that are at least worth checking out. There's nothing like that in this movie right here. And yeah, I don't have much else to say. And there you go, that's my review for the 2022 remake of Firestarter. I hope you enjoyed it. And now I want to know what you guys think about the movie. If you've seen it, what did you think? Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one. Hello everyone, I just want to say thank you all for watching my review of Firestarter. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button to get notifications. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, go check out my Twitch channel, and support me on Patreon. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, have a good day, and take care of yourselves.